and Davis over here, and Michelle Jefferson over here. So we're gonna start with Michelle Jefferson's weapons, and these are not all of the weapons. These are just the weapons that I have modded and replaced. So as we can see, here we have the semi-autos. We're gonna start with the Beretta replacing the Colt. So I was always debating whether to replace Beretta with the Deagle or replace Beretta with the Colt. However, the thing that it came down to is most cops use the Deagle on most roleplay servers. So that's why I decided to essentially settle to putting a Glock as a Deagle. So I'm replacing the Desert Eagle with the Glock and the Beretta, I'm replacing the Colt 45 with the Beretta. And another reason for that is Berettas only come up to .40 caliber. They don't go beyond .40 as I did my research on Berettas. I believe this model actually comes from Vice City Stories, possibly. And this Glock model, I believe it's the cutscene model from GTA San Andreas. Actually, yeah, because GTA San Andreas has Glock in a cutscene, but in the actual game there's only 3 pistols. There's a Colt 1911, there's a Colt 1911 silenced, and there's a Desert Eagle. So yeah, we use the cutscene model and we replace the Desert Eagle because no one actually uses a Desert Eagle in a real firefight unless they're morons. Anyway, right here we have a taser that's replacing the silenced pistol because that's what's commonly cops use as a taser, you know? No, assassins very rarely actually use a silenced pistol, at least from what I could tell. Moving on, we have the shotguns and the rifle. This is actually not a sniper rifle. This is I don't know where it's from, but it's from the low poly gun collection that I found, and I really liked it. So most of these guns, I think actually might be all of them. No, not all of them, but most of them. These are definitely some of them. No, not the rifle actually. You know what? Could be the rifle. So yeah, we have the Beretta shotgun. I'm not sure which model exactly, but this is like a stockless pump shotty, which is replacing the original shotty from the game. We can actually have a look at it if we just disable the mods. I can actually just okay, so I'm just gonna go to low polygons and disable them, see what happens. Yeah, so this is the original one. This is how it looks originally. As you can see, it's kind of old-timey, you know? Looks like some other mods are interfering with the gun models, but you can tell the shotgun was kind of old-timey, and that makes sense because GTA San Andreas storyline is actually based in 1992. So that's why I decided to do that sort of thing, to replace it with this kind of shotgun. I think it makes more sense. And for the rifle, I just like having a scope on the rifle. I mean, I don't actually like the rifle that I'm roleplaying having on Michelle Jefferson is an SSG that has an integrated scope. So it would have a scope anyway. It's technically legal. Anyway, moving on, we have submachine guns and the automatic shotgun. So for the automatic shotgun, I wanted to splice it up a little bit. Cause a SPAS 12, I don't know, it's a really iconic gun, but I just wanted to do something different. So I have this thing with like I'm not actually sure what this is. I know for a fact that it's an automatic shotgun, but I like the drum magazine. I just have something for drum magazines. I know for a fact that SPAS 12 only has 7 shots, at least in GTA San Andreas. So, but yeah, that's the shotgun I'm using. As for some machine guns, the one on the left is actually a Tech 9 that I replaced with a Glock 18 with an extended magazine. I just feel like it looks way like something more logical, you know, because it's easier to get than a machine pistol. Because actually, scratch that. It's just there are tools that can convert a Glock pistol, a semi-automatic Glock pistol, into a fully automatic Glock pistol. So that's what I'm thinking. That's more likely something for gangsters to do. And it's just really cool to have a Glock fully automatic pistol, in my opinion. So that's why I replaced the Tech 9 with the Glock pistol. Now, and why do I have a stock Uzi here, you might ask? Well, this isn't a stock micro Uzi. The stock micro Uzi actually looks a little bit different. Let's see if I can actually disable the low polygons again. Oh yeah, so we're gonna disable some more mods just so I can... So I believe it's a CSGO weapons pack. Yeah, there we go. There we go, so these are the original guns. Nice. And we can see the original guns there as well. It's kinda cool. Okay, let's go back. We can check out the original guns. So as you can see, originally this is how weapons looked. And I really have trouble with especially the Colt. It doesn't even have a fucking muzzle. Like, this looks like a suicide gun that they use in movie sets, or like a really bad prop. Like the silenced pistol, like I said, no one really uses that. As you can see, the shotgun doesn't have a butt, makes the model look much smaller, which actually could be problematic if you're trying to conceal it. I haven't really thought about that, so you might want to keep that in mind when you're using my models. Desert Eagle, yeah, that's it's just ridiculous. No one actually... Just think of the situations. You have a bunch of cops aiming a gun at someone, right? What gun are they gonna aim? Are they gonna aim a fucking Desert Eagle? Are they all gonna have Desert Eagles aimed? No, they're gonna have they're all gonna have Glocks. They're not gonna have Desert Eagles. It just makes more sense. Anyway, back to the submachine guns. So that was a Tech 9, and the original Uzi has this thing. It's really weird, where they tape a magazine, an additional magazine to the bottom. It's just... Okay, weapon Uzi. Right, scale 29, 28 I think. One, yep. So, the way this works is you basically, when you run out of ammo, you flip the magazine and you jam it back in so you can reload faster. I don't think they're gonna do it in the animation if we actually try it out. Because 50 bullets is ridiculous. This is not an extended magazine. As you can see, the animation is pretty lazy in this game, so you can't really tell what he's doing, but supposedly you can just flip the magazine and jam it back in for a faster reload. However, this is like a DUI thing, you know, this duct tape, it's a DUI thing. No other weapon has this sort of modification on it. No, every other gun is completely stock except the silenced 45 obviously, but you know what I mean. It's every gun is completely stock with no modifications. Even the M16 over here, it's completely stock originally, but for some reason Rockstar wanted to go like special with the Uzi. Now you might also notice that some weapons have different like art styles. This is all original weapons. As you can see in this one, the what's it called, the trigger guard is like clear. You can actually see the trigger even though it's like just one polygon. Here it's like sealed off. It's just weird. There's so much inconsistency. So I wasn't too bothered about being consistent. And this is how SPAS 12 looks originally. Anyway, so yeah, I did mod it by removing the magazine. I just removed the taped up magazine because I felt like it would be more consistent. So if we go back to low polygons, there you go. As you can see, it's just, I don't know, it looks better in my opinion. And I modded, I actually have two Uzis in my game technically, because my MP5 is also an Uzi. It's just an original Uzi. It's not the micro Uzi. So the difference between the original Uzi and the micro Uzi is that the micro Uzi has been developed later, and it's obviously more compact, but it also has a faster fire rate, which is true in the game. An MP5 actually has a slower fire rate. So you can see, that's pretty fast, but when you turn into an Uzi, that's actually not that fast. That's weird. It's supposed to be faster anyway. But another thing I really like about turning it into turning an MP5 into an Uzi is that you actually hold a submachine gun with two hands for once. Let me camera fix for a second. You actually hold a submachine gun with two hands, which just makes sense because submachine guns have ridiculous recoil that you're supposed to be able to compensate for. That's why I did that. Yeah, did it. So yeah, I have two types of Uzis because I really like Uzis. They're reliable guns, and as we know, guns in GTA San Andreas, they never fail anyway. Over here we have the last two automatic firearms, we have the AK and the M4. Now this is a little tricky. You're going to be wondering, why is the AK so much bigger than the M4? Well, you see, I genuinely prefer AKs. However, my characters, they're not really big. You know what I mean? They're actually kind of... They're athletic, but they're slim. What I mean, you know? And because of that, I want the guns to look big on them. I want the guns to look really big on them, you know? Look as if they're really hard to handle. That's what I mean. Something like that. And you can see, I think it works out. And why is the M4 so small? Well, because the guys that hold M4s are usually like SWAT units. So if we turn into a SWAT unit real quick, and we get an M4, I think this looks okay. And on Amy Mendoza, it looks like a big gun because Amy Mendoza is small, is a small person, you know what I mean? So that's why I chose that. It's kind of a trick with the camera. So yeah, that's my mod pack. I guess just my compilation of other people's work, and that's why I use these guns. Other guns I have not tapped with because I don't see any problem with them. I just feel like they fit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check the description for the links for the mods. Stay awesome. Goodbye. Everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I.